class.
नमस्सर्वेभ्यः कक्ष्यायां स्वागतं शुभमध्याह्नः प्रश्नपत्रिका अवलोकनं किञ्चित् कृत्वा अद्य कक्ष्याणां विरामः घोष्यते अस्माभिः अत्र मया एका भगिन्या तत्र गणे प्रेषितायाः प्रश्नपत्रिकायाः यथाशक्ति यथामति मम चिन्तनं कथमस्ति तथा प्रयत्नः कृतः अस्ति पश्यामः कथं करणीयम् इति प्रप्रथमं प्रश्नपत्रिकां सम्पूर्णतया दृष्ट्वा पठितव्यम् एकवारं 5 निमेषानि वा आवश्यकानि भवन्ति परन्तु चिन्ता नास्ति किञ्चित् तत्र समयस्य किञ्चित् व्ययः कृत्वा एकवारं द्रष्टव्यं किम् अस्ति इति यदि शक्यते केचन कर्तुं न इच्छन्ति प्रथमतः कुर्वन्तः भवन्ति तदपि यथा भवद्भिः चिन्त्यते तथा कुर्वन्तु चिन्ता नास्ति प्रप्रथमं तु तत्र एकस्मिन् एव प्रकोष्ठे न केवल कोविड छात्राः अपि च तत्र शिक्षा छात्राः एवं भवन्ति प्रायः तु तर्हि किं करणीयम् इत्युक्ते स्वीकृतप्रश्नपत्रिका यद् अस्माकं स्तरस्य अस्ति वा इति परीक्षणं करणीयं कोविड परीक्षा इति लिखितमस्ति वा इति प्रथमं द्रष्टव्यम् अन्यथा भीताः भवेमः किमस्ति प्रश्नाः समञ्जसाः न सन्ति इति किमपि तु कोविड प्रश्नपत्रिका इति परीक्षणीयम् अस्माभिः अत्र यद्यपि मया किञ्चित् रङ्गमण्टपम् इव दर्शितमस्ति शुभ्रपत्रिका एव भवति तत्र श्वेतवर्णीयपत्रिकायां तत्र कृष्णवर्णीय अक्षराणि भवन्ति तो मया किञ्चित् हैलैट् कृतमस्ति तावदेव यथा सर्वत्र क्रियते घण्टात्रयम् अस्ति अस्माकं हस्ते सम्पूर्णतया तस्य उपयोगः भवेदिति घण्टात्रयं झटिति निर्गन्तव्यम् इति किमपि नास्ति प्रायः कोविड स्तरे न भवति एव प्रायः समयः न शिष्यते सम्यक् कर्तुम् एवं भाति किञ्चित् क्लेशः अस्ति तत्र न तु यथा पूर्वतनपरीक्षासु शीघ्रमेव कर्तुं शक्नुमः तथा नास्ति अत्र तदनन्तरं 5 वा 6 वा उपभागाः भवन्ति प्रथमः भागः द्वितीयभागः तृतीयभागः एवं पुनः चतुर्थ पंचम एवं षष्ठभागः 6 भागाः सन्ति एवं तत् प्रथमतया द्रष्टव्यं भागस्य नाम्ना साकम् एकम् अङ्कं दत्तमस्ति न तु सम्पूर्णभागस्य कदाचित् न तत् सम्पूर्णभागस्य केवल उपभागस्य अङ्कानि प्रथममत्र दर्शितमस्ति अ इत्येव सो अ इत्यस्य 10 अङ्कानि तो एवं एकस्य उत्तरस्य एकम् अङ्कम् एवं पुनः तत्र आ इत्यत्र 10 अत्र द्वयोः इति अस्ति अर्थात् 5 अपि च 5 इति स्वीकर्तव्यम् अत्रापि 1 अधिकम् 1 अधिकम् 1 एवं स्वीकर्तव्यम् ज्ञायन्ति भवन्तः जानन्ति क्षम्यतां जानन्ति परन्तु पुनः वदन्नस्मि अत्र एवं तत्र द्वयोः श्लोकयोः इति दत्तमस्ति परन्तु एकस्य अन्तरे चयनं करणीयं प्रथमभागस्य वा द्वितीयभागस्य वा करणीयम् एतत् कृत्वा तत् कृत्वा द्वयोः इति अभवत् इति न कर्तव्यम् यद्यपि वयम् एतद्द्वौ जानीमः तत्र अत्र एकम् अपरत्र एकं स्वीकरणीयं तत्तु अतिमुख्यं so we should not confuse dvayoho means any 2 out of the 4 please read it carefully under 1 you have to pick one under 2 you have to pick one so carefully read that's why the question paper has to be carefully read this sentence see if you have understood everything that needs to be done look at the marks then assert in your mind yes I have to do one of these two and that's for 5 marks I have to do one of these two and it rolls over to the next sheet so carefully look in the next sheet don't think that's all you have to explain okay so please look until the next question starts is anything there okay all right so this is very important so that's why we should At least if you don't want to look over the whole question paper in the beginning and get rattled. Sometimes people feel they will get rattled if they read all the questions and they will keep worrying about how to answer sixth section like that. So that's okay. If you don't want to go look at it, that's fine. But at least the section that you are attempting, make sure you have fully understood before proceeding to start writing the answers. Since only 1 marks is there, don't go overboard. Just focus on the point that needs to be answered. Right? That's the reason why we look at marks. Okay. So प्रत्येकाय प्रश्नाय कति अंकानि इति द्रष्टव्यम्. अत्र एक एव. उत्तरदानसमये प्रश्नसंख्या सुष्ठु सम्पूर्णं च सूचनीयं. तत्र I.A.1 एकम् इति अत्र संस्कृतसंख्या अस्ति, संस्कृते एव लिखतु तद् भागं. तो रोमन् I तदनन्तरं .A.एकम्. सो एवं लेखनीयं. तदनन्तरम् उत्तरदानम्. ओके. तो अपि च उत्तरं सम्पूर्णतया लिखतु. अत्र पूजार्थं पद्मानि कुतः नयति, I.R.1 Himalaya Parvatat. I mean, that's not the intent. So don't just fill in the blank type of answer. When the question is a full question, give a full answer. Very important. I have noticed some people being little lax about this, and generally we tend to cut some percentage of marks for such a lazy approach. Okay. All right. So that's it. And then, you know, look at 2a. Okay. 2a dashabhihi vakyaihi uttaram likata, but they have put index 1 just for numerating it, but there is only one question. Technically it is 2.a and nothing more index needed, but dot 1. So 10 marks question is there. 10 marks question. So 10% of your answer marks are coming from one simple question, where all you have to write is Panchatantrasya Visheshataha Dashabhihi Vakyaihi Uttaram Likata. So good 8 to 10 weighted sentences. Okay, 10 means not like exactly 10, 8 is not acceptable, 12 is not acceptable, nothing like that. If you do Sarala Vakya, you can fill. So 10 marks means it deserves more than half a sheet of your answer. So typically my mind says half a sheet is about 3 to 4, 5 marks, and then so one whole sheet, if you not loosely writing, if you are writing with reasonable density, one sheet should earn about 20 marks is how I look. Maybe 15 to 20 marks it should earn. Sorry, 15 marks. I should not say 20 as much. That will be too dense. So that's how you go about it. Don't write too densely. Don't write too loosely. Just go average. Okay. So Panchatantrasya Visheshataha. So we will see how I will show my attempt at it. So always look for these choice things in the questioning. Everything is in Samskritam, look. So you have to be very careful and in analyzing. Panchashaihi vakyaihi dvau vishayau adhikritya likata. 3 choices are there. If you miss the dvau, you will waste your time. So 5 marks. So mentally now you know 2.5 marks each. Okay. So half a marks per sentence mentally. Okay, so don't make that sentence unworthy of half a marks. Don't make it overworthy of half a mark also. Okay, so if required, split it. Don't write very complex long sentences and say, hey, one sentence I have achieved to describe everything about Aryabhatta, why they should give me full marks. I mean, also they are looking for your ability to construct multiple sentences, not go like Banabhatta. Okay, so yeah. So that's what. So since choice is there, you can pick 2 that you like. If you can't, for example, here Aryabhatta, okay, we know mathematician, etc., but sometimes, oh, I'm forgetting exactly what he wrote, so I may not be able to write much. So okay, pick something else. See here, one is generic enough, Niti Kavyani. One is generic enough, Naishadiya Charitam, which we have studied so much. So we should be able to state something. So one they give little tough. Some people like attempting that also. So instead of these 2. So yeah, so there will be some lightweight and some heavy choices will be there. Okay, and then again see dvayoho. I have highlighted. That's why better to in your thing also you underline this so that you remember dvayoho. So yatha nirdesham samskritena likata. 4 marks. Okay, so it's not 4 each. It is 2 each. Okay, So two questions are there. You can see the question is in two parts generally. So answering this is 1 marks, answering that is 1 marks. That's all. You don't need to go overboard. It's obvious from looking at the number that is assigned, the marks that is assigned, and the pattern of the question to understand what's the weight of your answer. Okay. Generally, 1 sentence, 1 marks is how generally the average rule is. Okay. Generally. Okay. Then these are all single word answers. But my tendency used to be, I used to write this and then write the answer. Okay. Rather than, some people will just do I dot E dot 1 and just write the answer. That's okay. I'm not saying that's not okay. But it's not as if we will be so rushed for time that we won't want to write that also. But if you feel so, no problem, just write this answer. This much must provide, but then you should correctly put I dot E dot 1, I dot E dot 2. Or generally, if you have done the heading nicely, I dot E, then slightly tab it and go 1 comma 2, 1 fillet, 2 fillet, 3 fillet. That's okay if they are in proximity. Okay, I'm not asking you one line below the other again and again write I dot E dot 2, I dot E dot 3. But I tend to be little on the safe side and show the index all the way. Okay. Maybe overboard. At least make sure that when they are in the same page and coupled together, you write this. But if number 3 is going over to the next sheet, please start again I dot E dot 3. Okay, so that that's clear. Okay. So usually these kind of answers are very quick. Okay, this shouldn't take too much time if you know the answer. Okay. Descriptive answer, of course, you'll have to think a bit and come up with your 5-10 sentences. So you decide whether you want to attack it in a different order than that is there in the question paper. But what I would advise you is, once you take up a group, suppose you take up group 2, you try to finish group 2. Don't splinter your answer for group 2 in different places. Now obviously in group 2 there is a combination of short answers and long answer. Especially this one is a long answer. In this case, okay, if you want to attack, make sure in your question paper you have written down which ones you haven't done, because in the end, towards the end, there will be a scramble for time. You won't remember what you haven't done. So write some pencil, take a pencil with an eraser to the answer hall, though you won't be answering in pencil, but for put a cross mark in a pencil and keep it, so that later on, oh, I hadn't attempted this, I will go attempt this with the extra time available. Like this, you prioritize what is easy for you, attack first, so that you finish it and tension is gone, that you have attempted about 60-70% of the what you call within my analytical power to answer those. Then go for the memory longish answers. That's also a good attack. Okay, so that's why if you are spreading around, better to do the index fully. But generally what I have found is, if the student has splintered the answers all over, not even group wise, then the invigilator gets the evaluator gets thoroughly confused and might end up allotting incorrect marks. Okay, and so that may also happen, because they also go with certain order. They have they go with the question paper order mentally. So at least if the group is maintained, they will not get disturbed by that. Okay, because focus is for that group of answers. Okay, so usually it will be turnover. So this papa means prishtabhage api patram pashyatu, something like that. Please turnover, please page turnover, something, the PTO or whatever is written in English, so that equivalent here. Okay, so there will always be a simple A4 sheet folded, and this will be the top of the fold, and once you open the fold, you will find this sheet and the next sheet, this sheet on the inner side, and again on the back you will find this one. Okay, so lots of questions entirely in Samskritam tends to be 3 hours feels like is less. That's the nature of Kovida. Okay, you can't help it. Okay, so what is here? Yeah, athava ityatra ekasya chayanam shlokam punah likatu. If time is there, I would write the shloka again. It won't take too much time than 30 seconds to copy it again. Okay, shlokam punah likatu, because again and again you won't look at question paper and write more in the answer sheet. So if you write that shloka itself clearly in the beginning of your answer, it's easier for your own answer sheet to look at the shloka above and attempt it. Okay, that's my feeling. Atra udaharanartham evam I.A.1 एकातपत्रं जगतः सर्वं लिखित्वा तदनन्तरम् अन्वयार्थं तात्पर्यम् एवं क्रमशः लिखितुं शक्यते. Try to see if you can fit all this into one page, okay, or half a page, depending on how you feel it fits. Yeah. सवाक्यम उत्तरदानम अथवा केवलोत्तरपदस्य ससंख्यस्य. So सवाक्यम दातव्यम चेत तत्र I mean if you write the original part and then write the answer, that will be slightly better. Okay, you can avoid writing Shrunoti again, you can focus on writing the final form. Okay, so you convert this to the final form. Like, what is the question? Nijantanam uchita lakara kridanta rupani cha likata. So you have to take this latlakara form of the kriya, do the nijanta either in lakara or kridanta rupa as you see fit. Shishyaha guroho vachanam mitraya shrunoti, so shravayati, something like that. This kind of transformations. Okay. In fact, somewhere they have even suggested, please use ktva, please go to lang. Some places they have left it, but it will be obviously will be in the latlakara only you have to do nijanta version, or vartamana only you have to do nijanta version. Okay, 1 marks for such things. Now here I also got confused. Okay, see, there is no choice given. Suchananusaram nijantanam uchita lakarakanta likata. There are 5 asked and 4 marks. So somewhere a little bit undercooked preparation of this question paper I can foresee. Somebody has not scrutinized carefully and said, hey, you are giving 4 marks and there are 5. How will the evaluator give the marks? So don't just answer 4. Just answer alpha honestly. Don't worry too much about the this kind of thing. Don't waste your time pointing this to the guy in the room saying this has happened, he calling someone. It's all waste of time and simply distraction for you. For 1 marks it is not worth. So if there is some dubiousness, go with your analysis and proceed. I would just go ahead and answer all 5 and leave it to the evaluator to take the correct decision. Okay. So this question paper has this problem, and it has another problem. In the Samyojayata it is completely undercooked. Something has gone wrong. Basically there is supposed to be I think, see, 3 marks, no? There is supposed to be 6 choices and 6 on this side, half a marks for each pairing is how I am looking at it. Okay, so they missed 3 more on the left side and they missed 1 on the right side. It's very obvious. So again, asking the guy in the room why this has happened is all waste of time. If others are doing it, let them worry about it. You focus on putting down what you know as the matches, and if for somebody you don't find a match, please write whatever you think belongs to Bhartruhari there, like, Niti Shatakam, something like that you write. And if you know, for example, the author name, go ahead and on the left hand side write the author name and write that, like Vishnu Sharma Panchatantram we know, like that. What you don't know, leave it, it's okay. So at least you have done more justice for getting your 3 marks is the opinion I have. Okay, I think some bungling has happened in building the question paper. These things are there every year, something we will find which shocks us, saying why it happens. It's all human errors. Okay, so there is a human error in aligning the marks with the answers, human error in some editorial error in missing several choices here. Unless their intent was only to give 3, at least they should have given in the RHS something that matched Bhartruhari. So Bhagini had sent in the morning, she said, looked at it saying, what do I put for Bhartruhari? I don't find anything here. So correct, she was right. Actually there is nothing on the RHS for Bhartruhari. It's a mistake, this question paper.
Mahodaya, if we know something about Bhartruhari,
yeah, you write that. That's what I told. Write, ignore what is there and write Niti Shatakam, Vairagya Shatakam, something you write. Okay? Yeah. Don't write whole list. Just write Niti Shatakam or something. Yeah. In fact, Vakyapadiyam, he is most famous for Vakyapadiyam, brilliant grammar, grammar related book. Not grammar as such, I should say, but language related book. Yeah. All right. So, see, yadyapi sadoshaha iti bhati yavat bhavata or bhavatya jnatamasti tavat likatu. That's what I am trying to just go with your maximum knowledge and finish it. Okay. Suppose you were given this question paper, correct this question paper, how would you have corrected it? Correct it and what to extent you know and answer the correct questions. That's all. That's how I went about in my life. So then Guru Lagu Chinhani Ankayitvad Chandasah Namalikata. So don't jump into this straight away. In this section, write your Yamatara Jabana Salagam. Okay. And then do that underscore and U marking on top for this. Then you know ya is this, ma is this, ta is this. You don't need all the additional picture I unnecessarily wrote. Just on top of this, if you do the Guru Lagu Chinha, keep this, you are in business. And further what you can keep is, if you can remember, the Lakshana Katana of Vasanta Tilaka, Indra Vajra, Upendra Vajra, and for Anuštubh you can remember 8 into 4 and then 5, 6 and 7 have that Guru Lagu set. Okay. So typically the question will come from the other Vasanta Tilaka, Indra Vajra, Upendra Vajra, Mishra Jati, all that. Okay. So here see am atava na iti likata. So don't go writing and v dot e dot 1 am, v dot e dot 2 na, like that. Of course, in the textbook in the end to minimize the number of sheets they prepare answers like that. But here again I would like to write this and write am, and if I have time write something if want to justify the am or na. Because for the am or na there will be some positive or negative justification, right? So that samaya asti chedeva karana kathanam. So am va na iti lekanam prashna sahitam prayah. Okay. If you are absolutely driven to it, you can avoid writing the question. If you are attempting towards the end and you want to rush through it, no problem. But if samaya asti ched karana kathanam shakyate karaniyamitina, it will be nice. Usually the evaluators, no, they like this kind of student who is going to the depth. That means he has mastered the time element and he is giving very comprehensive answer. So typically, they won't hesitate. Sometimes when the scoring starts building up, how do they distinguish you from another, right? So they will give that extra margin marks for somebody who has gone about in a comprehensive way, has done better time management. Okay. So when they start you start racking up the answers correctly in the marks, the way they start filtering is those methods. I'm just talking about the mentality of the evaluators. So yeah. Then here sushtu rupasya lekanam karana kathanam vyavadhayakaah ke avyavadhayakaah ke iti. See, adho nirdishteshu padeshu natvam va nakaro va iti likitva tasya karana bhuta varnan likata. So you have to identify avyavadayakas, vyavadayakas, and a little bit you have to do complete comprehensively like we have been doing in every answer till now for this section. And here see ekam vishayam adhikritya prabandham likata. Don't forget ekam. So 4 marks is for one. Don't think it is 2 plus 2 and write 2 short prabandhas. No use. Write some 5 sentence, 6 sentence prabandha for one of them and be done with it. Pick one and go with it. Don't overload answering too many of them which is not asked, because you will lose time for more important things. Okay. Remember, you will run out of time. So that's why you should do the minimum. But do it honestly. Okay. So that said, are there any questions at this time about the format of the question paper, anything? This generally has been the format for dozens of years, so it will be this format. Okay. I don't think you will find any shock or surprise about that. Okay. Now see how I would go about doing it. Okay. So first you just take a glance through this so that you determine what it is addressed, what is this question about, who is this question about, where it is it that Subhashita, is Subhashita, a little bit. Okay. So here the choice is very poor. See, they gave 11 and asked you to answer 10 of them. So, really, they are allowing you to kick out one sentence, one question from the whole lot. Usually, it will be 10 out of 12. I don't know, again, little undercooked. Usually, it will be two questions which can be, avoided because you fell out of luck with memorizing whatever was related to that. So, out of the balance 10, at least 7 8 you feel confident, and 1 or 2 you will go with what you call let me throw my throw my dart and see if I am thinking right, like that you will go. That's okay, no problem. Okay, so these, you see, this spread is very vast. Kavya Katha, I see something from Kavya Katha, I see something from Sahitya Parichaya, I see something from Subhashita, I see something from Granthakara Parichaya. So really they have done Puliyogare here. They have done proper kichadi of questions which spans lot of sections of the question paper, of the subject syllabus. Okay. So yeah, so don't fixate that this will be from this Subhashita only or Katha only, like that. It seems to be coming from various places. Okay, so I went about like so. Saptarshaya pujartam padmani kutah nayanti. So it comes from Kavya Katha. Okay, so Kumara Sambhava iti. Saptarshaya pujartam padmani Himalayasya sarovarebhyah nayanti, from the sarovaras. So don't go overboard answering as Manasa Sarovarat or something like that, because remember the textbook only talked about Himalayasya sarovarebhyah, and Manasa Sarovara is one of the sarovaras. If you answer Manasa Sarovara, they may give you half a marks. Okay, so Himalayasya Sarovarebhyah is the correct answer. Okay, or just if you say Sarovarebhyah, it's fine, but I think Himalaya is the more critical identity aspect of this. Okay, Rupakeshu Kati Bedaha Santi, Dasha Bedaha Santi. Now don't go like, oh, I know everything. Leave all this to those guys who have too much extra time and confidence. Okay, because we will forget something anyway in the list of 10. So if you half attempt and make a uncooked list, you are only demonstrating lack of knowledge. So don't answer what is not asked, so that way you are safe. You remember 10 Vedas and finish 1 marks. Okay, see, but it is Natakam, Prakaranam, Banaha, Prahasanam, Dimaha, Vyayogah, Samavakaraha, Vithi, Ankaha, Iha, Mrugaha. If you want to memorize, that is the list. Because another place they may ask you to name 4 varieties of Rupakas. Another type of question paper it may come. Rupakeshu dvabhyam Veda Trayanam Namani Likatu, like that. Okay. So that time it will be nice to have memorized 10, at least 3 of them will come up to your top of the head. Okay. So this kind of unwanted writing, extra unnecessary addition, I wouldn't attempt. That's why I showed it crossed off. Okay, the same way what I have done in my further answering style is, whatever is grey you can volunteer, but avoid volunteering if you are short of time. Whatever is red is the critical portion of the answer. I would like you to underline that part with a pencil or something. Okay, after you have written it, so that that's accessible to them, because lot of it is repetition of the question part, right? So for example, Ishvaraha kimartam tam pradesham parityajya gatavan. Don't just answer tapasaha vignena only. Please write tapasaha vignena avigna karanat something kruddaha Ishvaraha tam pradesham tektavan, but tapasaha vignena kruddaha, some portion you underline which is related to kimartam part of the answer. Rest is copycat. So that's the beauty of Sanskrit question. So you can just replace kimartam with something artham, tadartham, Ishvaraha tam pradesham parityajya gatavan. Okay, see, Kruddaha was a volunteer that was not needed, so I should have put it in grey there. Unnecessary volunteering about his state of mind when he left. You can say, but also the Krodha is a karana for leaving, so it's okay. So then Gadya Kavye Pradhanataya Kaha Gunaha Bhavanti. So Gadya Kavya Pradhanataya Samasa Bhuyastvam Ojo Gunaha Bhavati. If you remember the readings, that's Ojo Guna is the Samasa Bhuyastvam is extra volunteering, but Ojo Gunaha should be there. Okay, that's what Sahitya Parichaya section. See, so far we have got so much variety.
Ojo Guna andre enu?
ಅದು ಓಜಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ಭಗಿನಿ. ಓಜಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ವಿಗರ್. Okay, it's a literary vigor, we call it. Okay, tejas, ojas, slightly different concepts. Okay, कीदृशः मनुष्यः साक्षात् पशुः. So this comes from Subhashita, very clear. So, Sahitya Sangeeta Kalavihinah Manushyaha Sakshat Pashuhu. So you remember, you can write it with the samasta. You don't need to split it up. It's easy enough. Sahitya Sangeeta Kalavihinah Manushyaha is not needed. Sakshat Pashuhu. But since it is there Manushyaha, you can put it down again. Okay. Yuddhe Nishchite Kumaraha Kasmin Pade Abhishiktaha. So we know he is known as Senapati. Otherwise also his important name is Senapati. So Senapati Padavyam Abhishiktaha Pade Abhishiktaha, like that. Okay. So Yuddhe Nishchite Sati. I mean this copying what is there. Yuddhe Nishchite Sati is there. Kumaraha Devanam, I added a little bit more volunteering. Kasmin Pade, but Devanam Senadipate Pati Pade. Senadhipati Pade. Okay. Abhishiktaha. Abhut or Abhavat, something like that also you can add if you want. No need it, they have not added, so you don't need to add. Kavya Katha, this is from Kumara Sambhava. So next was Damayantyaha Swayamvara Vartam Shrutva Naradaha Kutra Gatavan Amaravatim Gatavan. If you remember the story, he is always getting involved, so he goes to Amaravati, okay, which is Indra's town. Okay, so Damayantyaha Swayamvara Vartam Shrutva Naradaha Amaravati. So he's the one lighting the fire, saying Indra and all the Palakas, you rush and try to marry her or something like that. Maybe I don't know. Just to Kavi imagines so that they were sent by Narada himself. At least they were informed by Narada. Okay, Saraswati Nalaya Kim Dattavati. Saraswati Nalaya Mantram Kila. What mantram? Do you guys remember? Chintamani Mantram. In this case, she didn't give any jewel or something. Though Chintamani sounds like some nice jewel to own. Mantra is the jewel she gave. So, Chintamani Mantram Bodhitavati Dattavati. That's fine. Amarakoshasya Vastavikan Namakim. Everybody here will answer this 100%. Namalinganu Shasanam. Well done. Okay. So, but full answer. Okay. Now, whatever I have written is blue is just for us to remember where this came from. You don't need to do any, nobody has asked you to identify where it came from and all that. Okay. It's just an annotation for me to justify the answer. That's all. Okay. All right. This is how we. Varya.
So this Amaravati Nagaram, sorry, Gatavan. If I write Sargalokam Gatavan.
No problem. Swargaloka, but Amaravati is better. Okay, but Swargalokam Gatavan is also fine.
Okay.
But the textbook actually already has Amaravati. No problem. Yeah, so if you are not able to remember Swargalokam Gatavan, it's not incorrect. Yeah. Okay, they are kind of paryaya.
ಇಂದ್ರಲೋಕಂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು.
ಇಂದ್ರಲೋಕಂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ವರ್ಗಲೋಕಂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. Vidarbha Deshasya Rajdhani Ka. This one was a tough one. I also could not. Kundipuram. Some Kundipuram. Puri. Kundinapuri. Correct. Kundinapuri. Correct. Or Puram. One of the two. Okay. Puri or Puram. Both are okay. That is just a attachment. Okay. So Kundinapuri. Okay. Dirgha is there. Kundinapuri. Okay. Vidarbha Deshasya Rajdhani Kundinapuri iti Kavya Kathayam agachati tat नैषधीय चरिते अर्थात बैम्याः देश नगरम दमयन्त सन्तः कानि घ्नन्ति किम पापम तापम दैन्यम च. वेरी गुड. सो सन्तः पापम तापम दैन्यम च घ्नन्ति. This was the fourth pada of a four-legged beautiful Subhashita.
Sir, number 10. Kundina nahi, sir.
Kundinapuri va?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I must have done Dirgha thinking Puri and then Kundina like that. So sorry. Kundinapuri. Hrasva nakara. Sometimes, these small things, they won't penalize you. Kundinapuri like that. But I should be careful, at least giving you prototype of incorrect things is wrong. I will correct it for my needs. Okay. Somewhere else I thought we had undercooked something. Yeah.
Sir, but if we write Kundinapur, it will go with Rajdhani?
Rajdhani, no problem. Vidheka Bhava will come.
Okay.
No problem. See, Rajdhani is a Srilinga Pada. If Bengaluru is some Pullinga Pada, we don't know the Linga of Bengaluru, but you can't change that into Srilinga. So that's fine. So here you can have Kundanapuram also would have been fine. No problem. Okay, so all right. I think so that we finished. So next you see Dvayoho Shlokayoho Anvayartam Vilikhya. Okay, Tatparyam Samskritena Likita. What are the two things they have asked? One is attempt to, one from the first part, another from the second part. Okay. Number two, the bare minimum that is requested is Anvayartha and Tatparya. So 10 marks total means 5 for one and 5 for another. And out of 5, roughly 2.5 mentally. Okay. 2.5 marks for Anvayartha and 2.5 marks for Tatparya. When they say Anvayartha, typically Anvaya Vakya Katana and then the Saralartha Kathanam. That is the implicit there. Okay. But if you are driven for time, bare minimum, write the Anvaya Vakya. Okay. And then write the Tatparya in detail, but it should be Samskrita. See, Samskritena Likata. So there is no chance for Kannada, English fillers here.
ಪದವಿಭಾಗ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾ ಬೇಡವಾ ಅವಾಗ?
Padavibaga natural ag when we do Anvayartha, Padavibaga naturally happens. Okay. So I will show you how I went about it. So what I did is I picked up 2 of them and I did with what I called urgent business and what called time available type of answer. Okay. So this is the bare minimum you have to do. I have done a bit more. Okay. So here, I did I took it in 3 segments. Actually, the answer they have asked is Anvayartha and Tatparya. But to approach it, I have to do this Vyakriya in my mind so that I get the Anvayartha correctly. Okay, so what I do is I rewrite the verse with the Sandhis broken, okay, and identify the Vibhaktis quickly. Okay. Vibhaktis quickly. So now once I look at, I know how to combine it. So then I go and do. So of course I don't do all this Kriya, Vachaka, Mukta and all that. Just identify quickly with a few things. Okay. So this is needed for my own further work. So good to do. That's how I look at it. Rather than just do it all mentally, I just did it on paper there. Okay. If you see, I did not attempt any reorder. I went with the author's verse order. Ittam, Vratam, Dharayatah, Prajartam. Same thing. Okay. And just identified the thing. I have not done anything other than some simple Sandhi breaks. Okay. So, but Samastas I have not broken. I have left them as such. Okay. Because nobody is asking us to do anything about Samasta Pada. As long as you can understand it, you are in business. Then Anvaya Artha, because Artha has been asked. Okay. So I have gone about giving some kind of Anvaya Vakya for it. But where required, added the extensions so that we know what we are talking about.
ಅರ್ಥ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ನೀವು?
ಅನ್ವಯ ವಾಕ್ಯ ತಾತ್ಪರ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥಕಥನಂ ತಾತ್ಪರ್ಯಂ ದ್ವೋಪಿ ಅತ್ರ ಭವತಃ. I have looked at Tatparyam as the Samskrita Arthakatanam, okay, and my Anvayartha as the Anvaya Vakya, but here and there with little bit extension as needed. Okay. So
Anvayam is
sir,
basically correct order.
Whole Anvaya Rachana and Samasa we are not supposed to do.
Madam, Samasa has not been asked, so don't waste effort. Okay. So they have not asked for Akanksha Paddhati and all that.
Achha, they are not expecting.
If you have time, do it. If you know. Okay. So if I am running out of time, I will focus on this much. Okay. Tatparya is probably 2.5 marks there. So that one. So let's see how so Prajartham Mahishya Samam Itham Vratam Artat Nandini Seva Vratam Dharayatah. Maybe if you want, write the Sarala Samskrita for portions of it. Okay, Mahishya Samam Sudakshinaya Sakam, like that you write in bracket. Prajartam, write in bracket. Santana Praptyartam in bracket. Man Mahaniya Kirtehe Yasya Kirtihi Mahati Asit Saha. If you want, see, all this is going to go into full explosion, almost samasa level analysis. So I wouldn't attempt for a few marks. Okay. So
Mahoday,
huh?
I have one doubt.
Huh.
Here for Anvayartha, can we use English or
No. Samskritena likata.
that is only for Tatparyam, no?
I want to take it as Anvayartham Samskritena vilikya Tatparyam Samskritena likata, like that. But if you feel, you add an English explanation, no problem.
Okay.
But don't avoid this Anvaya Vakya Katana with little extenders where needed. Okay?
Will not.
This much you do, add a couple of sentences in English if you wish behind this, and then Tatparya definitely only do in Samskritam. Okay? Tatparyam. But for me, mentally, when I see Samskritena Likata, I take it for both halves. Okay? That's my approach. But if you feel I will add some English, that's fine. Please go ahead and do that. But don't do it for Tatparya part.
In book Anvayartha
Is given in English,
given
right?
in English.
Yeah. So you can do it in with either equal to sign, but English is so inconvenient because the sentence order mauls up. So what you do, keep the Samskrita Anvaya thing, and for phrases you write English in Butler. Okay? That's fine. Okay?
In Subhasita it is given in the
Pratipadartha is
Sanskrit.
given in English.
Pratipadartha.
Pratipadartha is given in English. Anvaya is given in Sanskrit.
That's okay. See, what you can do Anvayartha and write the English summary, more or less word for word type of summary, but with English order next. Or you can go phrase wise and put it in brackets in English, or with equal to and English. That's also fine. Don't try to remember the reordering to help English. Don't do that. That will be wasting your time.
Yes.
They have done it. Don't waste your time. Just go with Sanskrit Anvaya sentence, but give Butler English. Don't give for every word. Give for phrases where needed. Okay.
In Subhasita they gave in the Sanskrit, and in Sloka they have given in the English.
English. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if you have more time, you can go like this. I would, if samaya asti ched, akanksha paddhatya anvayam api rachayatu. So you build the question. So if you feel 5 marks is a lot and I should do this, I would do this. But this will take a lot of time. Okay. So remember the value of time. So 100 marks. So 1 hour 30.
20 minutes it takes.
Yeah, that's why 20 minutes for 5 marks is too much. Okay. See, that's why, because you remember 100 marks in 3 hours. So roughly 1 hour is 30 marks. So if 5 marks is consuming 22 minutes to half an hour, you are losing time badly for very little gain. That's why anything that is very, very broad type of answer, I would not attempt it in the beginning and waste lot of time, because by the time you turn the question paper, it will be 1 hour over. That's very bad. Okay. So don't push yourself to that kind of corner. So do all the blank, fill in the blank, match the stuff, this kind of takatiki stuff. Okay. And then come and go do this. Then you will know whether you can judge whether I have enough time to go with short or long. Okay. And do that accordingly. So I have, if you see, I stuck to my initial prototype over here. See here again, I have added enough words to make it almost Sarala Samskritam. Naraihi pranatyage samstite sati api akrityam na kadapi kartavyameva apicha naraihi krityam kadapi na parityajyam naranam eshah eva sanatanah dharmah asti. So this, no need to try to write another Sarala Vakya. This is enough. The Anvaya Vakya with a little bit accenting in Samskritam suffices. Almost doesn't require any translation in Kannada or English. But if you feel so, write it. No problem. I'm not stopping you. This is very easy. Okay. More or less now we have become good enough to pick up the original author's thing in almost as Sarala Samskrita. Okay. We have reached that kind of maturity. Tatparya you can go a little bit more. Okay. So again, I'm not going to go point by point. I will be providing this whole thing in good quality PDF to you so that you can go through how I have approached it. Okay. Yeah. So
Sir, one
minimalist approach, maximalist approach. As an evaluator, I never, if somebody has done this much, I never give him less than 4 or 5 marks depending on the quality of the answer. Okay. And I will of course give you also the same. I cannot give more than 5 if you waste a lot of time. If they have asked Akanksha Padyatya Anvaya Rachanam Karotu, then entire focus of 5 marks is on this. Do that.
But they are not writing that in any of the exams.
Yes, they won't, because to come to the Akanksha Paddhati, you would have to have done the Anvayartha and all that. So they don't. But in case they want to ratchet up the difficulty level this year, only focus on Anvaya Rachana, right?
ಆಕಾಂಕ್ಷ ಪದ್ಧತ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ
Akanksha andre ide question answer Paddhati. Akanksha means anticipative.
ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್
See, Bhagini thinks that somewhere they have asked. Okay.
If they ask now, they have to at least increase the marks.
Increase the marks, maybe 6 or 7
8
marks.
marks होना चाहिए.
or only on one they can ask.
We are
I
not
think.
the question paper setter, Bhagini.
Yes,
you are,
yes, sir.
it's like, you are complaining, like in Kannada we say Hagalkai, Bevinkai, Sakshi. Neither me nor you are able to influence it, so don't even complain to me.
No, it's not a complaint, sir. It's just a observation.
ಬರಿಯಾ ಭಗಿನಿ ಕಳ್ಸಿರೋ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಒಂದ್ರಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಏಕಸ್ಯ ಶ್ಲೋಕಸ್ಯ ಪದ ವಿಭಾಗಂ ಅನ್ವಯಂ ಅನ್ವಯ ರಚನಾಂ ತಾತ್ಪರ್ಯಂಚ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ.
Oh my God, nothing is left. So how many marks, Bhagini?
5 marks.
Ay. See, that's why keep it for last, guys. Keep it for last. It's a very low value. Lot of work for very little value.
I have done it in tabular column in my 2021 question paper. I'll do it for one shloka on post. Unfortunately, if we get it this
everybody
year
knows
also.
what to do, Bhagini. Textbook only has everything. Don't worry about sending anything.
No, instead
Their
of
worry is
writing
not,
everything,
their worry is time, that's all.
Time.
As per textbook, if we do, we have to write everything 3 times, Mahodaya. If we make it a table, we can write it in one table.
Oh, okay.
That is a useful thing, I think.
I'll try it for one shloka, Mahodaya. We
Okay,
got
okay.
this
Send
2021
it,
question
Bhagini.
paper, what she is referring to.
Send it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So then, sasandarbham samskritena likata, no choice, nothing, 5 marks. So now the question is, 2.5 marks, like that. Okay. So that's what this one Bhagini tried to give some clues, right? She gave some saptakakara clue as to what all you have to do, who said to whom, and in what, at what context, like that, few things. So you don't have to try and remember any formula, just remember this much. Sandarbha means the context, that means who told whom and in which storyline and etc. Some things has to come there. Okay. And after that you explain what is being told. Okay. So how I would attempt it. Okay. So this is what. So sandarbha varnanam. That's how I attempt it. Hey Parvati tava. So I write it. See, I write Hey Parvati tava tapasa aham kritaha tavadasaha asmi. Write it. Okay. Then sandarbha. Maheshwaraha Parvati muddishya evam vadati. Kumara Sambhavam iti mahakavye evam varnitamasti kavina Kalidasena. So if you don't want to waste sentence, Kumara Sambhavam - Kalidasaha, full stop. Okay, you have conveyed. Okay, in bracket you write Kumara Sambhavam Kalidasasya Kumara Sambhavam, in bracket you write. Enough, you have conveyed. Don't need to write all the other what you call masala. Okay, Varnanam Yatha Suchitam Tatha Parvati Tapomagnasya Shivasya Sevayam Rata Manmata Prabhavena Shivam Jetum Asaphala Abhutsa Madanopi Dagdo Abhut, not required to volunteer the burning of Madana. Then Shivaha Krodhena Swatapam Tyaktva Duram Gatavan Etena Athiva Khinna Lajjita Cha Parvati Shiva Prityartam Ghora Tapaha Kritavati Etena Prabhavitaha Parameshwaraha Tasyaha Samakshe Pratyakshi Bhutva Tam He Parvati Tava Tapasaham Pritosmi Dasosmi Tava. Little bit winding. Okay, this is going to take time, but some elements try to include. Okay, you don't need all this preceding masala if you just focus on Shivasya Praptyartam Parvati Ghora Tapaha Kritavati Prabhavitah Parameshwarah. This last two sentences is fairly enough to cover the requirement. So you will get about 1 marks for the Sandarbha, about 1.5 marks for the Varnana. So 2.5, that's all is there. So another 2.5 for this, 1 marks for Sandarbha, 1.5 marks for Varnana. So remember, 1.5 marks, you can't go on and on, right? Here I have gone a little liberal, so you can keep it even more concept. Let's look here. Sa pratyekam yadyapi anekavaram blah blah blah, everything you have to write there. Okay, but if you want, you can cut short like I have shown. 1 second, you give me time. Yes, yes, please. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Some urgent call, some courier. Yeah. So at least write this much like I have shown. So Damayantyaha Swayamvare Ghatitasya Varnanam Naishadiya Charitam iti Sriharsasya Mahakavye Naladamayanti Katha Varnita asti. You can write it in more simple terms as Naishadiya Charitam hyphen Sriharshaha, like that. Okay. Varnanam Atisundarim Damayantim Jetum Indradeha Chatvarah Dikpalakaha Arpalaha Nalaveshena अर्णत्वं न कृतमस्ति मया नलवेषेण इति स्यात् स्वयंवरे आगताः साक्षात् नलः अपि तयोः साकमेव आसीत् बालिकावेषेण अगेन् वेषेण सरस्वती तेषां वर्णनं परिचयं च गूढरीत्या दमयन्त्याय उक्तवती अपि तथापि दमयन्ती प्रत्येकं यद्यपि सा समादरेण वीक्षितवती तथापि तत्र तयोः मध्ये नलः कः इति ज्ञातुम् अशक्ता अभूत्. So that's what. So this Samadarena Vikshitavati is basically she didn't look at them, I mean, in an elegant manner where it is allowed to look like that. That's what. Okay. Without any anti-feeling. That's what the Samadara Shabda is about. Anyway, so this is how I would go about. Okay. So next, Panchashaihi Vakyaihi Dvau Vishayau. So 5 marks is there. So 2.5 marks per question. So half mark for a Vakya. So that's how the weight is. So Panchashaihi is just a Suchana. Okay. Panchashaihi is a Suchana. 4 sentences won't duck marks for you. 6 or 8 sentences won't gain anything extra for you. 1-2 sentence will be too short. That's all. Okay. So you would pick, I would have picked up Aryabhataha and Niti Kavyani. So I have just kept a count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I go on and on, you see it becomes too much for 2.5 marks. So maybe, you can undercook a little bit so that you stay in a few lines. So Niti Kavyani. So though it's only 4 sentences, I have put lot of weight in the first one. So that's actually like weight of 2 sentences there. So no problem. Okay. Whatever you can remember, you write it down. Okay, and then Dashabhihi Vakyaihi Uttaram Likata. So here this one is a heavy question. I wish they gave 10 marks and asked you to do good full scale analysis of one verse and allowed you 10 marks worth of luxury for that. Then you would have done an honest job. So this one, there is no choice and that's it. This is where you are putting into a corner. So you have to remember. So mentally first summarize in your head what you will approach the answer with. Don't start writing something. So even as 2 people discussing about Panchatantra, we immediately know it is a Niti Yukta, Niti Shastra type of Rachana. Though it is written in an entertaining manner for youngsters, it is having the Niti Shastra and it was created. So Vishnu Sharma. So one sentence Vishnu Sharma, another sentence Niti Shastra, Niti Shastra Muddishya Rachitah Grantaha, and third thing is it is Padya Gadya Yuktam. So 3 sentences are done. Like this you think. Okay. So you mentally form your mind map of what are my 10 sentences. Okay. And then you start. Don't go unorganized in your mind, even if it means you jot down pencil down a few points of what you will write in your scrap portion of your answer sheet, wherever you are doing scrapping for temporary notes. So you do that there and then go about writing the Sanskrit sentence around each point. So that's how I go about it. So I did little bit like Lekakaha Deshaha Kalaha Sahitye Katasthanam Kathavastu. If you can't go analytically breaking down like this, that is not a problem. But 10 marks, I felt maybe if I can do this, this will be nice. So a few sentences about the author, about the area and the time. Okay, and one pointer about what is this whole katha about, what is the katha sthana, where it belongs in the katha sahitya, if you can identify it. Okay, that's what niti katha sankalanam iti ganyate, niti katha iti tasmin bhage patitam asmabhihi. Katha vastu kim? So गद्य भागेषु कथाकथनं पद्य भागेषु नीति बोधनं क्रियते चातुर्येण प्रत्येकस्मिन् अध्याये नीति तन्त्रमेकं प्रधान कथा उपकथानां वर्णनेन च कृतमस्ति. उपसंहारः पंचतन्त्रकथा तु आभारते विश्वे च सर्वत्र प्रसिद्धिं प्राप्नोत्. बहुषु भाषासु 2,000 वर्षेभ्यः तस्य भाषान्तराणि उपलभ्यन्ते. So this kind of thing if you can remember. So
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕನ್ಸುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಯಾತಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಪಂಚತಂತ್ರ ಬರೆದ್ರು ಅಂತ.
You can. That's what I have put it under this one. You see here, under this Desha Kala Lekaka, Panchatantrasya Rachayita Vishnu Sharma, Yeshah Tritiye Shatake Kashmir Deshe Asiditi Shruyate Pratitihi, Mahilaropyasya Rajnyaha Amarushaktehe Trayanam Putranam Rajya Niti Bodhanaya Vishnu Sharmana Panchatantrasya Rachana Abud iti Sakshat Grante Stapita Suchanaya Jnayate. Even he has written it in the first Upodgata chapter of the Panchatantra himself about it, right? So it's evident right from the book itself.
This question is very risky.
Risky, no, this has 10 marks, 10% of your exam, Bagine.
Yeah, 10 marks and कहीं से भी पूछ लेंगे ना
वो पूछ सकते हैं. ये ऐसा I was surprised by this. I have never seen a 10 marks question so far. I was surprised. I don't remember what was there in my question paper now. Yeah.
Though like we know everything, whatever you have written, but we will not be able to get this type of language.
No. That's why what I told you to do is in the English you make 10 keywords. In English somewhere in the scrap area. In English somewhere in the scrap area you do 10 keywords and then write one sentence for each keyword. Please organize it like I have tried to organize. One about author, one about the time, one about the story behind how it was created. Like you have heard story that this king's 3 sons. So something you write approximately, even if you don't remember Amaru Shakti and all that, at least write.
So that's what I'm saying, that we I know all the points, but language will not be like this. Language will be
whatever best you can do, Bhagini. Don't worry. I mean, even I wouldn't, my answer paper, if I go back and able to access and look, I will also be, मेरा भी शर्म आ जाएगा, वो क्या लिखा हूँ मैंने ऐसा. थोड़ा ये साल के बाद थोड़ा आगे चलते हैं हम लोग, थोड़ा अच्छा लिख पाएंगे. कोई बात नहीं. ओके, एंड देन यथा निर्देशं संस्कृतेन लिखता द्वयोः. चंपू इति कीदृशं काव्यम्. एकस्य चंपू काव्यस्य नाम लिखता. वेरी सिंपल. सो सी, 1 marks for this, 1 marks for that. Finish. Only 2 have to be answered. So संस्कृतवाङ्मये गद्यं पद्यं चंपूः इति 3धा. चंपूकाव्येषु गद्यभागानि पद्यानि च चातुर्येण मिश्रितानि भवन्ति. गद्यपद्यमयी चंपूः. Now, if I don't have, almost all the first 2 sentences waste. Gadyapadyamayi champuhu is enough answer for the first one. Okay, and then ekasya champu, just one answer. Champu Ramayanam, Champu Bharata Champu, something will be there. So, but Champu Ramayanam is one thing I remember because I attended classes of some teacher who taught this. Bhojadeva Virichitam, Champu Ramayanam, like that. Nala Champuhu, correct. Vaisheshika Darshanasya Pravartakah Kaha. So you can pick that up, or you can pick up Dinapatri. I have picked up 3. So Dinapatrikaah Prayah Kena Uddeshyena Pravartante. Today only we read. Okay, so Vishaya Vartamana Vishayanam Atava Aprakatitanam Kathanam Prakashane Evam Subhashita Kathane. And something you can add your own. It's true. Sadharana Dinapatrikanam tu pradhanyena gate dine tatpurveshu dineshu va ghatitanam tat kshetra jananam ruchi chhanusaram cha vishayanam varnanam tesham asmasu prabhavah ke iti suchana cha bhavet. Samskrita bhashayam prakrutitayam dinapatrikayam prayah samskrita samskritika vishaya kathanam subhashitanam yojanam evam itopi bhavitavyam eva. ओके मासपत्रिकायाः उदाहरणं बेङ्गळूरुनगरात् संस्कृतभारतीसंस्थया प्रकाशिता सम्भाषणसन्देशः इति मासपत्रिका बहु व्याकरीत्या something is gone bonkers there. Okay, patyamana masapatrika. Okay, like this. You can be even, but remember it's really one sentence for this, one sentence for that. So here also one sentence for this, one sentence for this. This anyway is one sentence. I have gone overboard. Just you can say it. Sambhashana sandeshah iti masapatrikayaha nama. Full stop. Enough. Okay. No need to give more volunteer.
Sir,
See here, kena uddeshena is ekavachana. So you can give one good answer is also enough. भाषा सौष्ठव वर्धनाय जनानां भाषा सौष्ठव वर्धनाय अपि च दैनन्दिक विषयाणाम् अवगमनाय प्रवर्तन्ते like that. Yes भगिनी.
Sir, वैशेषिकम् इति किमर्थम् उच्यते? That I could not conclude actually.
Here वैशेषिकदर्शनस्य प्रवर्तकः कः वैशेषिकम् इति किमर्थम् उच्यते? कारणातः वस्तूनां विशेषत्वं वर्णयति इति वैशेषिकम्.
Correct. We have to write that anu, dvyanu, tranu or
correct. It's about properties of physical matters. Yeah, physical things. So it's a little bit of physics type of, you can call it early physics. So yes, it's because it's talking about vishesha gunas or vishesha, yeah, you can use the word guna. Padarthanam visheshanam varnanam asti iti vaisheshikam, like that.
Okay,
no, enough.
Padarthanam.
Vastunam padarthanam. Okay, so samastapadam vilikya samasanama likata. So again I would go like this. I won't cut on not writing the original and putting equal to and then going about. Okay, putting the title. So prasanna vadanaha samadhadikarana bahuvrihi pullinga is volunteering. Okay, so like this you go about. Okay, and vigraha vakyam vilikya samasanama likata. So you do the other way carefully. Mitrena saha vartate ayam iti samitraha saha purvapada bahuvrihi. Pullinga volunteer, not required. Okay, it's very obvious, but you can write it since it's obvious. Okay, and like that you go about the other two. And for nai samasa, it will be nice if you put nai tat purusha rather than just nai tat purusha I have written. I have to correct it, nai tat purusha. But enough to just put nai samasa also, that's also fine. Yes, somebody had a question?
No,
okay. So next udaharananusaram likata patitum ichchati pipatishid rakshitum ichchati is enough to write the required answer, not go overboard, but if you have time you can write this. Rirakshishati, difficult one, some you won't remember, you lose a marks, that's okay. Do your best, write something that you know best as the form. Okay, this one was tough, I didn't know the answer. Then taritum ichchati titirshati, kartum ichchati chikirshati, that one I knew. Okay, drashtum ichcha didriksha, patum ichcha pipasa. Okay, easy one. Slightly different variant. This one is kridanta variant and that one with sananta with a kridanta, that one is sananta in a proper kriyapada form. Lat. So that's what I have identified. All this is extra. Nobody is asking you to write raksh, sannantam, kartari, lat. Nobody is asking, but in your head if you don't know, you won't know the form. Okay, this is kridantam and I figured out it is called apratyaya strilinga. Okay, don't volunteer this. Just focus on writing pipasa. Yeah.
In punya kshetram, punyam cha idam kshetram cha, it sounds like iteretara dvandva, no?
Ilvala. Illapa. How does it sound like?
Asau is missing, that's why. Punyancha asau.
Idam is there.
Sorry, I didn't read idam. Yeah, correct.
Yeah. It's not dvandva. It is a karmadaraya. It's about kshetra. Punya and Kshetra are not Samanadikarana to become Dvandva. For Dvandva, no, there has to be some similarity of the attributes of the two entities, like Rama Lakshmana, Rama Bharata, Rama Sita. There is some similarity. You cannot take Rama and Guna Shabda and do a Dvandva. I'm saying. Huh? Huh. So then Tadditanam Vigrahavakyam Likata, Dauhitraha, Saundaryam, Matimati. They have not asked anything other than Vigrahavakya. So Duhituhu. See, Duhitru is the generative word. Duhitru is daughter. So Duhituhu. See, remember Pituhu. Remember, that's how Trikaranta's declension you should keep. Pituhu. So Duhituhu. Duhituhu apatyam puman dauhitraha. That's all is expected. Duhituhu apatyam puman dauhitraha. No, this and all I have just for my and your reference I have put. Don't worry about all that. So Duhituhu apatyam puman dauhitraha. Similarly, Saundaryam. Sundarasya bhavaha. Saundaryam, something like that. Sundarasya bhavaha. See, correct? Sundarasya bhavaha saundaryam. So don't worry about what Taddita and all that. Then Mati. Oh, Matihi asyaha asti iti Mati matup pratyaya. Okay, Matihi asyaha asti iti Mati matup. Okay, this way you go about it. Huh? Asyaha. Not asya, not asyaha. Of this lady. Strilinga Shashti Vibhakti. Okay. Or etasyaha is also fine.
Matvarthiya alva idu?
Matup, matvartiya, matup tadditam. Hey, tadditam, all are tadditam. None of them are sana. These are all nama variations. Okay, all are tadditams, correct. Okay, so like this. Then anta linga vibhakti vachanani likata. So this is a good exercise. So gam. See, usually they trick you. They have given it in a different vibhakti than pratama. So this is in Dvitiya vibhakti. So what is the shabda for gam? People here can volunteer.
Gauhu.
Go shabda. Don't say gauhu. Gauhu is pratama ekavachana. Go. Okaranta go shabdaha. Okaranta go shabdaha. Dvitiya vibhakti ekavachane. And linga?
Pullinga.
Strilinga, right? I know Pullinga it's available. Stick to Strilinga. Okay?
Because
in Pravesha book, go Shabda is Pullinga.
It's okay, Pravesha book you leave. It is also available in Strilinga and that's the one we are familiar with. Okay? I don't know, somebody was not editing right to give the Vrishabhas equivalent go Shabda, which is the male go. Okay? So leave it. I wouldn't choose that. Okay? So Okarantaha go Shabdaha Strilinge Dvitiya Vibhaktihi Ekavachanam. Like this much you write. Okay? Just don't write numbers like we do in the class. That is for annotation. This is the way you have to answer. Okay, the same way. Tejasa, Shashti Vibhakti, immediately. With Tejasa, Tritiya Vibhakti. Tritiya. So, Sakaranta Tejas Sabdaha, Napumsake, Tritiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam, Tejasa, with Tejas, like that. Okay. Gurushu, Saptami Bahuvachana, immediately. Ukaranta Pullinga Guru Shabdaha.
Guru Shabdaha,
Saptami Bahuvachana. See, one was easy. Mahyam.
Asmad Shabdaha, Makarantaha, Samanah.
Asmad Shabdaha, very good. Don't write Aham Shabdaha. Write Asmad Shabdaha. Dakaranta Asmad Shabdaha. There is no linga. Trilingaka.
Chaturthi vibhakti.
Chaturthi.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ
Yes.
ಮಹೋದಯ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಬರೀ 3 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಸಾಕ ಲಿಂಗ
ತ್ರಿಲಿಂಗಕ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿರಲ್ಲ. Better to put.
ಲಿಂಗ ಅಂತ ಹಾಗೆ
Minimum 3 is okay. 3 with a dot next to it is okay. But I wouldn't write napum, pum, 3. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಟೈಮ್ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. I mean, you won't lose time for writing lingakaha. But okay, write 3, pum, napum, stri. Okay, no problem. Yeah, put a comma next to it. Okay. Oh, I think Bhagini is going to score 100 marks. Beware. We'll keep her name in mind. And the rank list comes. Okay, Gam, Tejasa, Gurushu, Mahyam. So like this.
Somewhere Gam is also words, no? or something to do with
yeah. That's, Vedic sense, it means many things. So here we stick to our normal Nandini sense of
But
God.
that is in Nandini thing, it is used that way. No?
Giri, I mean, word also is having Gau Shabda. Yeah.
One of the shlokas I remember.
Yes. It did come in that meaning.
If we put that, it will be all right.
No, but the declension here, the question is not meaning. Question is Linga, Vibhakti, Vachana,
Yeah, if we
etc.
put the Linga Vibhakti as given here.
If you can remember, Bhagini, that it has a different declension, fine.
Oh, no, okay, no.
I don't think so. It has any different declension. It will be the same table with a different meaning. Okay?
Okay.
सूचनानुसारं निजन्तानाम् उचित लकार कृदंत रूपाणि लिखत. Okay, so this one, so you have to शिष्यः गुरोः वचनं मित्राय श्रावयति, like that. Okay, next one, पिता पथिकाय मार्गं dash दर्शयित्वा. Well done. दर्शयित्वा गृहं प्रत्यागतवान्. Easier one. दर्शयित्वा. Very good. Not drishtva. If it is not nijanta, it would have been drishtva. But here patikaya darshayitva. So there is a transference. Well done. Acharyah shishyaya shastram janati lang. Agyapayat is correct answer. Jnapati is vartamana. Question is lang. So this kind of tricky things will be there. Okay, that's why we should remember the technical name. Bhutakala. So Ajanato, Agnyapayat is what came. Ajanato.
Yeah, Agnyapayat.
Oh. Okay, I have to check my table. Why I put Ajanat, I have to check. I think this is not the correct form. Agnyapayat sounds right. Anyway, we will check it. Okay. So I lose 1 mark. Mata shishum kshiram dash pibati payayati. Makes the baby drink. So payayati. Okay, feeds the baby with milk. So Mata Putram dash Tumun. Okay, of Uttisthadatu. Uttapayitum tasya prakoshtam agachat. To make him wake up and go to the school. Okay, Uttapayitum. Double ta. Attack ta and release tha mahaprana. Prayoge evam drishyate paniniye utsthapayitum ityapi syat. So this one there is a struggle. So if you go with Panini's declension, the sakara doesn't disappear. But mostly in Loka, I have seen Utthapayitum form only being used. I don't know. I couldn't trace any rule of option of dropping the sakara. Okay. But I have never seen Utsapayitum in any place where they have used this. Okay. So I stuck to Utthapayitum, but if you can remember, Utsthapayitum. But we won't be anyway looking up ashtadhyayi.com to find out the super duper accurate form. Stick to this and you will be fine. Okay. This one I have to check how I came with this Ajanat. Agnyapayat seems to be the most obvious one. Okay.
Sir, Ajanat anta ide alli langlakara.
But Nijanta form hangidya. That's where the mistake may have been. I am supposed to do Nijanta. Okay, I have to, some sound is coming through. I'll mute Geetavarya. Okay. Atratya Visheshaha Kaha iti Vivrunata Vyakarana Drishtya. So this is where Maharajaha. So Rajan Shabda. So we had discussed this in the morning. Mahancha so Rajacha Maharajaha iti Visheshana Purvapada Karmadarayaha. Atra Mahat plus Rajan, Maha plus Raja, Maharaja iti Akarantam Padam Siddhyati. Rajan iti Nakarantasya Nalopaha Mahat Pratipadikasya Takarasya Atvam iti.
ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರಿಬೇಕಾ?
Focus on Nalopa. Enough. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Focus on Nalopa and stick to Akaranta Maharajaha iti Shabdaha. But technically, if you go behind whole thing, it is all this. Okay. That's why I put it in grey. Don't volunteer.
ವಿಶೇಷ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮಹಾರಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ವಿಶೇಷ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತನಾ? ವಿಶೇಷ
ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ರಾಜನ್ ಶಬ್ದಸ್ಯ ಅಕಾರತ್ವೇನ ಪರಿವರ್ತನಂ ಭೂತ್ವಾ ರಾಜ ಇತಿ ಅಕಾರಾಂತ ಪದಂ ಸಿದ್ಧ್ಯತಿ. ನಕಾರಾಂತಂ ತ್ಯಕ್ತ್ವಾ ನಲೋಪಃ ಭವತಿ. ಅಥವಾ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ನಲೋಪಃ ಅತಃ ಅಕಾರಾಂತ ಮಹಾರಾಜಃ ಇತಿ ಸಿದ್ಧ್ಯತಿ, ನ ತು ಮಹಾರಾಜನ್ ಇತಿ. ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಓಕೆ. Then next one is Upakrishnam. This Krishnasya Samipe Upakrishnam iti Avyayi Bhava Samasaha. Atra Yadyapi Krishna Shabdaha Pullinge Asti Samastapadam Avyayam Eva Bhavati. So this that much is enough. प्रयोगे एतस्य अधिकरणभावः किञ्चित् अर्जुनः उपकृष्णम् उपविशते नाट् नीडेड् आल् दिस् ओके जस्ट् फोकस् ऑन that much and finish okay and then gane anarham padam bahishkuruta so this should be easy. Let us see if you guys pick up Champu Ramayanam Naishadiya Charitam Raghuvamsham Kiratarjuniyam. Others are Padya. This one is a Mahakavyas also. Okay. One more actually. This is Champu, others are not Champu. Okay. Two ways we can pick up. Okay. Champu Ramayanam idam Champuhu anye Padyakavyani. But you can actually, like you said, they also tend to be Mahakavyas also. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Then next one, Gane Anharam Padam, Gachani, Karavani, Bhavani, Khadati.
Khadati. Khadati is in Lat Lakara, others are in Lot. Gachani, Karavani are in Lot.
No, Bhavani is doesn't
Bhavani
belong.
is not in
Guys,
Lot.
you guys totally got confused. See, this is where they have thrown a curveball. What they say. First you will.
Bhavani is also in the lot here.
Hold on.
No. Bhavani is to be Hrasva. If it is Lot, it should be Hrasvani, not Dirgha.
Or Bhavani is a word.
Yes, Bhavani is a noun. And you mean when you said word, you meant a noun.
Namapada.
So Bhavani is the only noun. Others are Kriyapadas. Others are Tingantas. Okay. So why they have done this is sometimes you will think, oh, these three have some nakara. This one doesn't have. You will pick Khadati, thinking it looks apart. But Gachani is a Uttama Purusha Ekavachana Tinganta only. Karavani is also similar. Okay, and Khadati is Pratama Purusha Ekavachana. In different lakaras they may be. But Bhavani is not a Kriyapada. It is a Sangyapada for a lady. Okay, so that is the answer. Idam Namapadam Anye Tinganta Kriyapadani. You don't need to go about explaining what they are. Okay, even this is not needed. Just Bhavani, if you identify, you get your marks. Okay. All right.
I was about to write Bhavani has a spelling mistake and Khadati is in Lat, others are in Lot.
Bagini will get 110 marks. Guys, be ready for that. Even the evaluator will say, I think this lady needs to be promoted to replace Samskrita Bharati volunteers. Okay. All right. Guruhu lagu chinnhani ankayitva chandasaha nama likata. So please write this first. Okay. Yamatara ja bana salagam. Okay. So Yamatara ja bhana salagam. Okay. So you write this. I would write gum as with bindu also, not with the makara. So write this on top. Okay. And then go about doing your work. Then mark this. Now it is very easy. Underscore u. Where it comes here, underscore u. Tagana. Okay. Next you cancel that. Underscore u comes here. You see. Bhagana. Write that. Okay. Next you see u underscore u. Where it comes here, it comes. U underscore u. Jagana. So again Jagana. And then Guru. So tabaja ja gugu. So if you tabaja jagaugaha, immediately Vasanta Tilika comes to our head. In fact, by 14 letters it anyway 14 triggers. Yeah, Pade Chaturdash Aksharani. So but it's nice to do all this. Anyway, you have to demonstrate all this to get your 4 marks. And actually they have only given 2 marks for all this effort. But anyway, 2 marks each. There is no choice. Okay, so you have to do that again for the next one, and that turned out to be Indra Vajra. So here you don't have to again do Yamata Rajavana Salagam. If you have done it for the first verse, right there, it will be enough to refer to that and do the second one. Okay, so this is Tajagaugaha Syad Indra Vajra Tajagaugaha Taujagaugaha Taujagaugaha Tatajagaugaha or Taujagaugaha Syad Indra Vajra Taujagaugaha is how the Lakshana Kathana is, and that is in Indra Vajra, by the way, if you order it correctly. I didn't order it correctly. Okay, so that, and then Upamalankaram Udara Sahitam Samskritena Vivranata. This one is a bit too much for 4 marks. I have tried to do over justice, I think. So you can go little bit thing. But one thing I will tell you, I did not refer to the book and I went with what was there in my mind, and it worked out fine when writing the answer. Okay, so I remember, because in my prayer daily I have to do this stotra, Akashat patitam toyam yatha gacchati sagaram sarvadeva namaskara keshavam prati gacchati. Sometimes we modify this incorrectly as Shri Keshavam Prati Gacchati, because we are taught to say Shri everywhere before God's name. But the Kavi never meant it as Shri Keshava, because Vrutta will get broken if you put Shri Keshava. So Keshavam Prati Gacchati is the correct one. So this will be obviously in some meter. Anyway, so here I explained the Upamana, Upameya, etc. with the shloka that I do every day. So pick something that you are very easily remembering and do it. But keep something in mind for Upama, etc. Okay, so that you can quickly write that. So practice one thoroughly and use that. Okay, so I have explained what is the
Simple Mukham Chandra, that is also okay, no?
Yeah. You don't have to give a whole shloka. Very good, Bhagini. See, I have given a shloka because I remembered this always as a Upamana shloka, because every day in Sandhya Vandana we have to do this. So this one is easy enough there sitting in my head, so I used it. But yes, you are right. Tasyaha mukham chandrahaiva sundaram. Like that, you just write the sentence and put the components as a udaharana. Not a problem. There is no mandate that you have to give a shloka udaharana. You can give a gadya udaharana also. Okay. You can write, for example, what you described and put the whole thing. Okay. Here, because I have chosen a more complex answer, I ended up getting twisted into longer explanations. It's not a easy Upamalankara, but that's okay. So you guys go light on it. Okay. I think I have attempted as if it is for 8 marks. Okay. But at least remember, these keywords must appear: Upamanam, Upameyam, Upamavachakam, Sadharana Dharma. And that thing has to come. Then you have to identify that in your example and you are in business. So anyway, let me quickly read through. Samskrita kavyeshu alankaraha pratamastare dvida vibhaktaha yata shabdalankaraha arthalankara cha iti. Not wanted. Not wanted. Arthalankareshu pradhanasti upama. Nice to have that. Okay. Upama sadrishya lakshmihi iti tasyaha sanksziptam lakshana katanam. All this is extra. Upama sadrishya lakshmihi, full stop, is enough. Okay. Upamalankare chatvarah pratibhaginah santi yatha upamanam upameyam upamavachakam apicha sadharana dharmah iti. Shloke chaturnam api yogah asti chet purnomap. Shloke athva kathane kavye. Kavye chaturnamapi yoga asti chet purnopapama bhavati. Udaharanena jnasyamaha. And then I have gone on about my shloka. But I think Bhagini's answer is better. Just stick to simpler ones. And then all this summary is not needed. Okay. This is all masala. Upama Kalidasasya. Nobody is asking for all that. So this is all unwanted waste of time. So you would have got your 4 marks with a simpler answer. Okay.
Ma Sadrashya Lakshmi, what is that?
See, Upama Sadrishya Lakshmi means she is the queen of similes. There are a whole lot of similes in Sanskritam. Upama is the moola, is the base of the whole lot of similes. So the Kavis call this Upama Sadrishya Lakshmi as the Lakshana Katana. So Upama is that Sridevi who gives Sadrishya, who gives equivalence, similes. Okay, like that. So everything about Upama is about Sadrishya Bhava. Samanam drishyate iti sadrishyam.
Okay. Samanam drishyam.
Okay, next Guru. Varya.
This Akashat Patitam Toyam, is it not an example for this Arthantaranyataha?
Yatha is there, no? Yatha is a Upama Vachaka. It's okay for me to take it as Upama Alankara in my mind. Sometimes this interpretation is really the readers. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yatha akashat toyam sagaram gacchati tatha asmakam namaskaraha keshavam gacchati. Like that. So it's a multi upama. Okay. every aspect there is a upama. So the upamanatva is there between Keshava and Sagara. Upamanatva is between there in Toya and Namaskara, like that. And the Sadharana Dharma is Pratigacchati. Collect. Okay. Alright. Guru Lakshana Chinhani Likitva Gananama Likata. So the same thing, whatever investment would have done with Yamatara comes here in simpler 1 mark question. So you can be dispatched quickly. Okay. You Ragana. So this one and all should be easy marks earners for us. Once we remembered this one. So here what I have done, I have highlighted the portions. That's all. Not needed to do. This I did. You would have done it visually using the Yamatara formula. So Raganaha, Saganaha, Naganaha. Am atava na iti likata. So my approach is to write the question and then write am and write a little bit. Okay. This is all extra if you have time. Don't volunteer. So Shivaha Mayuraha va tadartam Shleshalankara hasti. Kimartam Shleshalankara I have explained a little bit. Okay. Similarly, Shila iti padam napumsakalinge na strilinge. No need to explain further. You have further justified it is in strilinga. That's all. Similarly, Shvaha iti padam avyayam, am avyayam, Shvaha adya yaha ityetasham tata avyayatvam bhavati. Something like that. Okay. Adho nirdishteshu padeshu natvam va nakaro va iti likitva tasya karanabhuta varnan likata. So let us see how I approached it. Karyadarshina. So karyadarshina iti shuddham णत्वम nasti. Extra volunteering here. If you this one, if you have written correctly, no need to write that. Okay. R sh I n a repha nakarayoho madhye sh I iti varnadvayam. Okay. Why did I write a? Just to show nakara is not a padanta. Okay. Otherwise a is not needed, but I have written it to show there is more afterwards. Vyavadayakaha shakaraha madhye asti iti nartvam na bhavati. All this is extra. Vyavadayakaha equal to shakaraha is enough. Okay.
ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಅತ್ರ ಣತ್ವ ನ ಭವತಿ, ರೇಫ ಅತ್ರ ನಿಮಿತ್ತ ಅಸ್ತಿ.
निमित्तम अस्ति, but कारणभूत वर्णान इति अस्ति किल.
ನಂತರ ಶ ಅಸ್ತಿ, ಶ ವ್ಯವಧಾಯಿಕ.
Correct. This much is enough.
ಅತಃ ಣತ್ವ ನ
ಭವತಿ. But you write in the beginning ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿನ ಶುದ್ಧಂ ರೂಪಂ also you write. Okay.
ಶುದ್ಧಂ ರೂಪಂ ಅಂತ. Okay.
Good. Okay, same way you can approach the others. I have done that. I don't want to, I mean, you guys know this science well now. So everywhere I have attempted to write the additional letters also, just to show it is not the last letter. So that last letter rule doesn't apply. Okay. All right. Then Pradhanacharyam prati viramartham avedana patram likata. So this one is the segment I have not taught. So very straightforward, guys. It's not some rocket science. So just to go through the chapter, because lot of keywords you have to learn, like this thing, like savidhe. I mean, in the to the presence of, that sense is there. To is translated as nicely, beautifully as savidhe. No, pradhanacharya. So this one is how we would do it in any language. Then you say manyah pradhanacharya. See, there they have overdosed with bahuvachana. I didn't like it in their examples. I would stick to ekavachana because there is nothing disrespectful about ekavachana. So manyah pradhanacharya vishayah. This they don't have in their example. I added it because in our letter writing we do this. Subject vishayah viramartham avedanam. Date over there. Samskrita date. Okay. Then namamsi. I added this to, you know, we begin like this, no? Namamsi. So aham parashvah Kovida parikshayam bhagam vodum Bengaluru nagaram gantu kamaha, no? Gantu kamaha asmi. A person desirous of going to Bangalore. Atah kripaya dinadvayasya viramadhanena maam anugrunhantu iti prarthaye. Avashyena grihakaryani yani karaniyani santi. I am a chhatra. So avashyena grihakaryani यानि करणीयानि सन्ति तानि अहं तान्यहं पूरयामि. विरामदिनेषु पाठितांशानि सहपाठिभ्यः ज्ञास्यामि अपि. All the excuse that he may give not to give leave is justified here, saying I will take care. Iti bhavatah vidheyah vidyarthi blam 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 anujo valmiki panjikaran sankhya blah 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 such and such kaksha Samskrita Patashala, Susamskrita Patashala, whichever place in Kaveri Pura, which I
What
don't.
is it? पंजीकरण संख्या?
Panjikarana Sankhya is your registration number.
अच्छा, मुझे लगा कि पिन कोड नंबर.
No, it's registration number of the student. Leave it. I mean, I just added it thinking that will be a useful. That, yeah.
Namamsi is what form?
Namamsi, Namaskara.
This is too tough.
Don't worry. No. You can write Namaste also. It's not too tough. Very easy. In your own words you write. You think how you will write a leave letter and write. I mean, this is a leave letter question. It will be another question this time. Maybe a love letter may come. I don't know. So you think what you will write in English and you write some sentences in Sanskrit around that. But what you have to remember is Savide, all these kind of things. Okay, Vishayaha, this date, marking Shrihi, which is a paddhati for us. Okay, and then write.
But Savide comes only for something, no?
For letters, when we address letters to somebody, it will come.
Every letter?
Any letter is like two. Yeah, that's the two.
Mother father को लिखते तभी नहीं ना?
No, सभी दे वो मदर फादर में नहीं आएगा शायद. हाँ, वो बात है. मदर फादर के टाइम पे ये सब फॉर्मल पोर्शन नहीं होगा. नमस्ते माँ, like that it will go. No problem. Yeah, that kind of thing don't go, but you write a little bit, as if it is the postal cover address writing, right?
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Should we write Kshemaha if we are writing like father?
Right. अत्र सर्वं सम्यक् अस्ति, तत्रापि क्षेमः वर्तते इति मन्ये. Like that you write some things like that. Yes. I think everything is kshema over there, like that. Okay. पिता कथम् अस्ति, tasya swastham samyak asti. Imagine some situation which is easy to explain. So वैद्याचार्यः किम् उक्तवान् तम् इदानीम् औषधं सः सम्यक् स्वीकरोति वा. Something you imagine and keep writing. Okay, don't make it complex. Pick some nice context. Okay. भवत्याः संस्कृताध्ययनं कथं प्रचलति, परीक्षा कदा अस्ति. Anything you can ask for mother, sister. Okay, so like this. And ekam vishayam adhikritya prabandham likata. So you see, this is just 4 marks. So about 4-5 sentences I have gone overboard really. Okay. So vrishtehe gunaha doshaha cha. So gunaha doshaha. So minimum vrishtehe or vishtayaha both are okay. Gunaha ke doshaha cha ke syuhu iti parishilayamaha. Gunaha काले सुष्टु प्रमाणे च प्राप्ता वृष्टिः बहु गुणवती. वनेषु वृक्षाणां वनेचराणां पक्षीणां च संवृद्धिः भवति. ग्रामेषु जलसरोवराणि नद्यः च पूरिताः भवन्ति. This is a lopa I have done. So it's incorrect. Puritaha I should have. So कृषि क्षेत्रे जलपूरणेन धान्यसस्याः वर्धन्ते. नगरेषु जनसमूहानां जलस्य दैनिकावश्यकता पूरिता भवति. वातावरणे प्रदूषणमपि न्यूना भवति. देशस्य श्रीः वर्धते एव. बहु lot I have written. Couple of these points will do. Okay. Similarly दोषाः अल्पावृष्टिः अथवा अनावृष्टिः देशे क्षामम् आनीय देशेषु हताशभावं जनेषु हताशभावं कष्टं च जनयति. नद्यः जलाशयाः च शुष्काः भवति. आपोजिट यू टू राइट. न केवलं मनुष्याणाम् अन्ये प्राणिपक्षीणाम् अपि हानिः संजायते. कदाचित् अतिवृष्टिः संभवति चेदपि अतीव हानिः भवितुम् अर्हति. अतीववृष्टिः स्वल्पमेव समये अत्यधिका वृष्टिः. नद्यः पारं तीर्त्वा क्षेत्रेषु गृहसमूहेषु च प्रविश्य सर्वं विनाशयति. नद्यः सो विनाशयन्ति. पारं तीर्त्वा they crossing the bounds. When we swim we do param gatva, but when nadi swims param tirtva gacchati. Crossing. Okay. एवं वृष्ट्याः अभावः अतिभावः इति द्वौ अपि दोषाय. Something. Imagine, that's why somebody said even if you pick up a few subjects that are relevant, you can yourself write one paragraph about it. And actually enough question papers have been given, so you can pick up the subject matters, list them, and then write 4-5 sentences and say, okay, I think I have reasonable confidence I can write about something new apart from all this. Okay. But ekam vishayam. So one of them you have the choice of skipping whatever is easy you attempt. Yes.
Parisarasya samrakshanam is about the environment, isn't it?
But when there is rain, no, there is less dhuli and all that.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಎರಡಿದೆಲ್ಲ
Right. Oh, Parisharasya Samrakshanam is, yes, Bhagini, what you are saying. So, Pradushana Vishaye. So, Asmabhihi evam Sasyanam Jwalanam na karaniyam Dhanya Sama.
How to protect the environment.
Correct. I this very beaten track, I don't know what to write in Sanskritam. I am happier to talk about rain. So, I picked up rain.
परिसर संरक्षणं नगरं च वर्णनं कर्तुं शक्नोमि
प्रायः
परिसर is पर्यावरण, no?
पर्यावरण or वातावरण.
Environment is same. Where is stay environment also.
Yes. But actually, this one you can take it in that sense. But generally, Bhagini, Rudibala of Parisara is Paryavarana. But you can take it to mean your community, etc. Okay, but you have to justify there.
Plastic, non-plastic, this thing and all that.
Yes, that's all Parisara. Yes, that is Paryavarana. That's all related to what you call the health of water bodies, earth and air all together.
But that has to be constructed in Sanskrit. So plastic.
You write plastika sutam something if you don't remember. No problem. Plastika sutam. Just make it plastika. That's all.
Okay.
Plastika sutam. Plastika padarthanam upayogah na karaniyah te nashitum bahu क्लेशाय भवन्ति जनाः किञ्चिदेव उपयोगं कृत्वा त्यजन्ति त्याज्यं कुत्र स्थापनीयम् इति कष्टं भवति. We can start, see, we can flow 6 sentences already. Chikka, small sentences. Don't make it overboard. Okay?
Ajaivic vastuni we can.
Very good. जैविकांशयुक्त वस्तूनाम् उपयोगेन क्लेशः न भवति. ते तु परिसराय सम्यक् विसर्जने अपि तेषां नाशनम् उपयोगाय भवति. किमर्थम् इत्युक्ते कीटाः एवं तान् स्वीकर्तुं शक्नुवन्ति आहारेण. लैक् दट्. ಗೊಬ್ಬರಗೆ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಪೋಷಕ ವಸ್ತು ಕಿಲ ಸಸ್ಯ ಪೋಷಕ ವಸ್ತು something like that. I am constructing one on the spot. What do you say in Kannada, Bhagini? Gobbara, but there is another, is there a Samskrita moola word?
Gobbara is gobbara only, adre sagani gobbara.
Actually, gobbara, I know how it comes. Gobhara, which means it comes from the tyajya of cows.
Cow dung it is.
Cow dung it is. So maybe gobara is available as a Sanskrit word. So just instead of gobbara, make it gobara. I don't think it will be off. I'm sure we can generate that.
It is one of the gavi.
Gavyam. Gavyam. It's one of the gavyams. Yeah. All right. So like this. Last one, I think. This one they bombed it. Okay. They gave 3 marks. I think they meant 6 and 6 here, and they meant 3 and some proper choice here at least. The proper choice is missing. Bhavabhuti, easy. Uttara Ramacharitam. Banaha, Chandi Shatakam. Though it is difficult to pick.
Yeah.
They gave a rarer one. Most people won't remember. But okay. Kadambaricha, that is the one we'll remember. Bhartrihari, nothing has been given. No Niti Shatakam, no Vairagya Shatakam, no Sringara Shatakam, no Vakyapadiyam. So we don't know what to write. So I am also lost. So what I did in my answer sheet, if I had, was I would write Bhartrihari, put question mark in the bracket saying what have you done. Then put Niti Shatakam or something. Then what is not chosen from the right, write that Champu Bharatam if you know Ananta Bhatta. If you don't know, don't bother. Everybody would know Panchatantram Vishnu Sharma. Please attempt that. Then Hastigiri Shampu Venkatadvarihi. Very quite well known. We have read about it, but it's okay if you don't know. I think most people would know Vishnu Sharma Pachatantram. Others are not easy to remember. Okay, no
Your
problem.
cartoon is very nice, sir. Somebody, your cartoon.
This is our state of mind, no? But what I am telling is, this is how it will be until you write the exam. After that, you will be like these boys and girls with A grades. Don't worry.
Very lengthy, very lengthy. Language is really lengthy to write. Really.
ವರ್ಯ ನಂಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೊಂದಿದೆ, ಉಚಿತೈಹಿ ರೂಪೈಹಿ ರಿಕ್ತ ಸ್ಥಾನಾನಿ ಪೂರಯತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮುಮೋಚ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟು 2 ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಆತರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
What they have given?
ಉಚಿತೈಹಿ ರೂಪೈಹಿ ರಿಕ್ತ ಸ್ಥಾನಾನಿ ಪೂರಯತ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಮೋಚ 2 ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
With basically what is the whole sentence?
ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರೋದು,
ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮುಮೋಚ. Okay, you do the declension bagini or the conjugation. Okay, mumocha mumochatuhu what is the mumochuhu? Ayyo, very tough one they have given.
ಆಮೇಲೆ 5 words
ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ,
5 words like that only it is there.
ಬಭೂಮ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ 2 ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಭೂಮ.
So your middle one is easy, babuva. And then bhavi, bhavami, bhavema, bhavuma, not bhavema. Okay.
Abhuvam.
I'm not able to listen to her clearly.
Abhuma.
Abhuma. So then abhuva will be madhyama will be dvivachana, and
abhavamma.
Abhuva, abhuma, bhavami, abhavam, correct. Abhavam, abhuva, abhuma. Uttama purusha eka dvi bahuvachana. Tough ones they have given, very tough ones they have given.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆಸ್ವಾದ್ಭಿಹಿ,
that is in
ಆಸ್ವಾದಯದ್ಭಿಹಿ ಕವಲೈಹಿ,
that is bahuvachana, so you have to write eka and dvi of that. Akaranta Sitaya, Sitabhyam, Sitabhihi, something like that, same way.
Ayudhadharinam,
that is Dvitiya Ekavachana. So the Dharinam is Nakaranta. So you have to pick up like Raja, Rajanau, Rajanaha, Rajanam, Rajanau, Rajanaha. So Dharinam, Dharinau, Dharinaha, like that.
Mat
अस्मत् शब्दः मत् आवयोः और मत् युवाभ्यां युष्मत् अस्मत्
अस्मद्
hanti
hanti. Oh, that one is a little difficult. Handatu latlakara ekavachana dvivachana bahuvachana. Hanti is bahuvachana. Gnanti is bahuvachana. Hanti hataha gnanti. Tough one. I think they have given all curveballs there in that exam.
Which paper, Bhagini?
Adu 1 minute. 2022.
Kovida.
Quite recent.
Kovida only.
Quite recent. Do your best, guys. Don't worry.
Hey,
Okay. So with that, we will just wish you all the best. Don't worry. You know, I remember I also attack what you call 80. 20 is very difficult, last 20. So,
20 is very difficult, sir.
80 we can attempt. Generally, I think like
we have to construct, so it will need time, and that is the main problem.
Antima Parikshayam Shubham Bhuyat. Namassarvebhyah. All the best.
We enjoyed attending all these classes. I think it was very enjoyable.
Thank you.
I wish the exams were not there.
Thank you. After the exam, let me see if in the group we can have a meeting. Somebody even suggested. So
yes,
let me schedule one gathering for us to see, assess how it happened, etc. But we'll not worry too much about the results. Okay, just do your best. You have attended honestly. You are learning Samskritam. That is more important.
Sir, thank you very much for.
We'll have only Manoranjana Karyakrama.
Manoranjana.
No sorrow about the exam results.
Sir, let me thank you for all the 3 years I have been attending your classes. The best I have.
It's really enjoyable.
Thanks to Dwarkanath Varya. I know you have been there continuously. Also, Rajiv Varya has been around for a long time.
Thank you,
Asha
sir.
Dikshit
I also enjoyed a lot.
Narayana Varya.
Most of us are here, sir.
I mean to.
Most of you, many of you have not the first time. I agree.
First time
From Parichaya we are there.
Yeah. Oh, from
From
Parichaya.
Parichaya we are there. Only
Yeah.
Pravesha we missed with you.
I have even
No,
requested.
because my sequence got disturbed once. I skipped for 6 months. That's why you guys missed me.
Mahodaya.
All right.
Mahodaya.
Thank you so much.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
Shashikala Variya, tell me.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದः.
ಮಹೋದಯ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ತಾಯಿದು ವರ್ಷ ಬರ್ತಾ
ಓಹೋ.
ಮುಂದೆ ತಗೋಬಹುದಲ್ವಾ?
Togobodu, you can take it later. Write them a communication saying, I will take it next time. Or you ask them, will they permit to do postal answering? Okay, request them to see.
ನಾನು ನನ್ಗೆ ಹಾಗೆ
ಸೇಮ್
ಆಯ್ತು.
ಡೇನೇ ಇದೆ, ಸೇಮ್ ಡೇನೇ ಇದೆ.
ಅವ್ರು ನನಗೆ ಈ ಸಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ನನ್ಗೆ ತಗೊಳಕ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ದಿಸ್.
Okay, you can take next cycle, Bagini. Sorry about the
Next day no
clash.
baribodu Mahodaya. I have written Parichaya like that.
But
I
where
had
you will
Kavya
go to
exam
Samskrita
and
Bharati
Parichaya
and write
exam
it?
on the same day.
Huh.
They gave me permission to write it on the next day because both are Samskrita Bharati taught exams only.
But you went to
So they
Samskrita
gave-
Bharati office and wrote the exam?
Yes, Mahodaya.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay, but only, I mean, you try Bagini, but Prema Varya is very forceful, so she can get things done. Not everyone else will
like
be
that,
able to
Mahodaya.
get things done like her.
No, if she is particular,
I think
will
if Prema
give you
Varya
the
goes
name of
there,
Srimati Bagini.
Samskrita will say, okay, Bagini, write the answer.
Somebody was.
I will give you the number of Srimati Bagini, who is the exam coordinator.
Yes.
Please and send her a WhatsApp message. She will definitely respond. 99%.
No,
they
I
will
don't know if
permit you.
Shashikala Bagini is in Bengaluru or somewhere else. We don't know.
She is with Samskrita Bharati, Karnataka, no, Mahodaya.
Oh, yeah, I know, but if she is from another town, she won't be able to go to So, you try Bagini, try your luck, or you take it next time. Either way, not a problem. Okay? You will be able to take it. You have to, if you have to re-register for the exam, you have to just pay 100 rupees for the re-registration, something
ಏನು
like that.
ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಮರ್ಯಾ.
Some people they haven't taken because they are not so money minded. Yeah. Officially, there is a 100 rupee re-exam fee.
ನಾ ಮೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಮೇಲ್ಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡೆಡ್.
You try to mail Bagini. Okay. All right. All the best.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದः. ನಮಃ ಸರ್ವೇಭ್ಯः. ನಮೋ ನಮಃ.